Hello and welcome to the Cat Collective. I'm Nina, I'm the channel for this channel, and let's start. Adoration. Okay. Opportunity. Mother. And work. What is going on? Serenity. Access. Magic. In the reverse, healing. Shadow in the reverse. I just noticed that if you look at this from this side, it looks like this shadow is eating this part somehow. Or it could be that the mouth, this is a mouth, and that the mouth is open and speaking. Right? Adoration. Opportunity. So it really feels like something is maybe you are just switch the light. So I think you maybe misunderstand something, or just think something completely wrong about a situation. It feels to me, because the shadow is in the reverse, you know, this card, that you maybe think that someone is doesn't like you, when in fact it is the opposite. It just looks, because of the magic card, which is in the reverse, right? That's usually how it looks like. And it really feels like somehow you think that this is not an opportunity, when in fact it is. But you know, when you are when you really like someone and you just don't communicate that well, you know, with this card, it's the shadow. If things are not being spoken the way they are, of course, misunderstandings are happening, and it's just causing a need to cleanse. But this, I mean, obviously, there could also be something on the table, like pregnancy or something, just because adoration, opportunity, mother, handling work, you know, it's this feeling of yeah, motherhood is actually work, right? But this is just too simple for this message, I think. It could be, though. But what I was noticing is this pattern here, right? So there's something about this section. And also the way she holds her belly, because sometimes I just think about this card that it is as if she's holding her belly in pain somehow. So, and also with this cleansing, it really feels like, even though her facial expression is quite nice, right? It's nice. It's still somewhat in pain for me. It could be maybe that, oh yeah, it's this, today this really looks like a cycle to me, you know, and with this work card, this work is just a tiring card for me. When I look at it, it's overwhelming, right? And I really feel like you are probably sometimes overwhelmed by your work, because it's so much, and it just looks like this card. When I look at this work card, it feels like it's everything, right? It's everything somehow, which is a good thing, right? I really feel like you are someone who's taking the work seriously, and not as work, more as something more as a spiritual act of being, right? It seems to me that you are trying to fulfill a work that is bigger than yourself, and it is all consuming. It's all that you maybe even have. Is that it could be, you know, and it's just when this is the only thing you really have, this is a very lonely place also, right? And or maybe it also feels like, I don't think that you know anymore how to not work. I think you've been working so hard that you don't know anymore what life is about without work. It just feels like there's nothing left except for work. And it doesn't mean that this is the most important thing for you. Whenever I think about work, it's this earning money, but I don't think it is this. I think it's more the spiritual work somehow, that you are searching for some sort of place on this planet that gives you value, like that justifies your value as the form of your existence, right? It could be that because of all of this, you are totally not seeing how much you are being adored and maybe also craved for by other humans. You know, when I look at her, how she holds her belly, it really feels like some people just would like to be surrounded by you. Not by work, by just you. You know? Some people just want hugs. Like that, right? They are living very simply, and they just have a hug, right? It could be that there are people who think that probably a hug of yours would be very healing. Maybe you haven't met them. Maybe you're displaying some sort of work and living your work, and work is all you have. But this work also leads to people discovering you and discovering how much they adore you, how much they adore your beauty. And it doesn't mean physical beauty. It could be, of course. It's not, I think it's all of it. It's more the beauty of your soul, and the beauty of your work, and the beauty of your words, and the beauty of your kindness, and maybe also the beauty of your compassion towards what you are doing, right? And your dedication. It really feels like you are working hard, but maybe not hard, but just wholeheartedly, right? And this makes people want to hug you, right? And when I look at the tree, that's, you know, in both images, it's just beautiful. I just see this as almost like from other people's perspective, that they wish they had an opportunity to be helped by you, because you have got something very nurturing like a mother, right? You seem to be very calming for people and very stable, and you're also creating opportunities for people. But whenever I see the work card, this kind of doesn't fit in this, right? This is so loving and kind and beautiful, and this work feels like a burden or like an overwhelm, but maybe it is also for some people that they maybe don't. No, it flips. Now it could be that I'm just also picking someone up who's also working very hard and not seeing you because of the workload they have. Strange. But it could turn also. It feels to me that, oh, maybe you are buried so much in your work and are not even paying attention to something like this anymore. It could be that you use the work also to just try to nurture yourself, and it feels to me a bit overwhelming. Or just not complete, even though the card is completely filled, right? With all those buildings and everything. So it's a load of work, you know. If you look at all the buildings, it's just so busy. It really looks like the opposite of all those other cards. It could be that your work is somehow providing people. You are shielding this work energy from other people, maybe even. Maybe you are taking also, you're loading a lot of work upon yourself, which it's a typically motherly characteristic that you take on the whole workload, right? And provide opportunities for people. And maybe you are also adoring people, or just your energy is just very loving, right? And you are compensating everything and providing everything for everyone by doing in all the work or overtime. It's just that I'm also getting a little bit sad in this sadness card. Like, this card is a bit... There are so many words, right? And they are outside of this this shadow being. It really feels like unspoken words. I think there's someone around who just cannot express. Maybe it's you. It feels very mirrored somehow. But it really feels like someone cannot express with words what they mean to say. And it's very... the energy really feels like there's someone around who's looking at you, who cries all the tears and is very deeply touched by you, but even their attempt to just open their mouth, somehow it doesn't work for them. It's like there's a barrier somehow with this line. There's somehow a barrier. Also a bit of accessing. It's like when someone is quiet and they don't open their mouth and they look at you. Now this card turns, and they look at you, and they have a whole novel to tell you, right? Like this, like all the words are all inside them, and they're all bottled up, and they really, really want to tell you something, But when it comes to opening their mouth and speaking it, there's this barrier. The line in them becomes suddenly a barrier, and they are suddenly becoming empty. And it could be that they compensate this by working themselves. It really feels like a mirror image. So it could be you, it could be someone else, it could be the whole situation. It could be someone who is like you, but that's why I get this mirror, because it really feels like someone is like you with this. Maybe you are the same. It just feels very mirrored. Anyways, it just feels like someone wants to speak with you, and that's their shadow. They've got all the words and all the thoughts and all the feelings, but when they open their mouth, they cannot. They don't know what to say. They go blank, right? And this is something maybe why they are working a lot. Also, could be that when you are theirs, I'm really getting like theirs, almost like their property, with the houses, property, and they cannot say this to you. Somehow they don't have words, so they what do you do? When all of this is not on the table, when all this loving energy is not present in your life. Yeah, of course, you gotta go somewhere, right? And therefore you load yourself up with a lot of work, right? It really feels like this came out like this, right? They look like tears to me today. Maybe you sense that. Maybe you pick them up. Maybe you cry their tears. Didn't we have that in another reading? But also, holding I think this feels like an unspoken agreement to focus on work for a while longer. Maybe for both of you. When in fact, this way, it went like this, and now it goes backwards, and it's this. You work also on yourself, with this holding the belly. It's this nurturing, after eating proper food. And the leaves are growing, and it also feels like time, right? And it could be that you are working until you have the opportunity, or until you have the opportunity, or magic in the reverse. So until the magic comes back somehow. I don't think it's gone. It's just that maybe it's also a way of the universe to refocus you somehow. Maybe maybe if you would be together with someone right now, could be that this would be in the way of your work, because it's very intense. And if you do things wholeheartedly, of course you love someone more than wholeheartedly, right? And maybe that's for you, where you think to yourself, you know what, I just want to work on my foundation first, right? With this, because this looks like a foundation, and this looks like a foundation, and it's like nurturing your own foundation until you feel stable enough to risk something that could possibly totally bring you out of, totally turn things around, because this really looks like, this is magic. The magic is on the table, so it's not gone. It just means that it could be that your work at the moment has got so much priority that you are just not risking to be to be vulnerable. Yeah. It's also part of energy work. When you focus your energy, you know, suddenly this becomes like energy flow. And if you just focus your energy on the magic, maybe your work is magical somehow. Because it doesn't really feel like it's work that is it feels like this type of work that I'm describing, where the energy goes into, is more soul-based work and it's not a job. Do you know what I mean? It's a purposeful work. At least you try to pull it off. I'm pretty sure you are succeeding with this, because I picked up a lot of adoration energy. But if you look at this, it's like you are nurturing the energy so it goes into the magic to give you the opportunity to create the foundation you want. Right? And that's when you get access to this for yourself. It's like you are not allowing, or maybe not you. I really feel like it's not even you. It could be just also the energy around, that you are at the moment at least supposed to put your energy somewhere else then, right? Because this blockage, you know, when there's so much inside, it just feels like this is a stopped opportunity for now, but the access card is there. You know, it's not that it's gone. It just feels like you are working on some sort of spiritual foundation that needs to be worked on first before you get access, before you yourself allow yourself access, maybe, or before the universe is supporting this, you know, because when it's meant to be and you are supposed to be able to speak, right, then of course there won't be a barrier. Things will flow, you know, it's with the water. But it seems really to me that your nurturing energy is somehow guided towards something else at the minute, which is okay. It's totally fine. And I really feel with this that you are pulling off something really magical. It just really feels huge, and there's so much love on the table, and it's this love where you want to say something, but it's stuck in your throat. It's stuck in your being. I feel the tears coming up, but they are not coming out somehow. But you're generating an opportunity for yourself. You're generating your own foundation. And it is important work. And there's so much love on the table also. But if I look at this, the love is also the foundation, right? Yeah, sometimes all you need is a hug. I really feel like you really need to be loved up somehow. This is a need. Like, this is important. It could be that this reading is supposed to tell you that you should allow this in for yourself, because it will be good for you. If you are the one holding it back. It could be also that an opportunity is coming your way and you don't know about it yet. Maybe I was just picking up someone else's energy and you don't know what's ahead, but what's ahead is actually that someone is putting all their energy towards something very magical, an opportunity for you, or for them to express access to you, to express something that they will think will give them access to you. Oh, that's lovely, right? It's this when someone loves you up, and they try to make it right, they try to express it in the most beautiful way. Even though all that is actually really needed is a hug, but someone is really trying to do something special for you. That could be, yeah. You know, to really make it beautiful, it could be that someone is preparing something very beautiful for you. Because they love you so much that they feel the need, or they feel so nurtured by you that they feel the need to express it in a very, very special way. And they put a lot of work in. Yeah, this is it, right? Because if they, this really feels like if someone, I think someone is really wanting this to express their admiration for you, but they don't want to do it in a blunt way, like coming up to you and giving you a hug, and they think that's not enough. Maybe because your energy is so loving for them, you know, with this mother, it's like you are the foundation for them, and they are blossoming, right? The leaves are growing, if they are the tree, right? And I think they just want to make it right. So you can certainly expect that something comes in for you. Maybe you don't even know where it comes from. But it really feels like some sort of energy work that is a focused energy. So however it applies, I really have a feeling that in this reading there were hundreds of readings. It's almost like this, you know, this stored up energy. And with the access, there are also so many words. I really feel there were a ton of readings in one reading. So there are a ton of situations, and it's so strange. But it could be all of it, somehow. Life is complex, so, of course, it can be all of it. What it will lead to, though, is a very stable and nurturing foundation. Yeah, because that's the axis, right? I just love it. Let's see what the Moonology cards have to say. Your dreams need a practical plan and time to take action. I really feel like I need to shuffle them a little bit better. Some cards sometimes are just stuck together, aren't they? Take time to breathe out. A new romantic cycle begins. Did you see that? You know, I pulled 2 cards and they came out and I was like, nah, let's shuffle a little bit more. You know, let's put more work in. And then the real message came, you know, it's this, first you put a lot of work in, are not happy with it, and then you pull out some work, and then you put it back into the deck, and then you put some more work in, and then this card comes up, and when you breathe out and relax, then the new romantic cycle begins. It's this yeah, it really feels like this trying to work a lot, so to do something, to pull something off. It's interesting. Okay, there's an interesting energy for you on the table for sure. Yeah, I hope this reading is helpful. Let's see who it is for. Gemini. Okay. Yeah, so additional info is in the litter box below, and see you next time. Bye bye.